What's up, Planeswalkers? Clinical Depression, aka 6, back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Today, as promised, we have Siege Rhino, Birthing Pod, Abzan. I love where the deck is. I love where the deck is. Can probably use some tweaks and whatnot, but let's just get right into it. So the basis of this deck is we get out Spawning Pod, and then we keep using Spawning Pod to get immeasurable value. Okay? How do we get to Spawning Pod? Well, we have 4 Gilded Goose, 4 Llanowar Elves. The reason I went with 4 and 4 of these instead of having like Elvish Mystic, because technically speaking, Elvish Mystic is a more consistent mana dork. Being able to potentially help us on our mana, which it shouldn't happen all that frequently, is still something that could matter, and we can gain life with it, which is nice. So we aim, really, to play one of these on turn 1. Then play one of these on turn 2. And then on turn 3, we would play a 2-drop and sack it. And we keep going from there. This is the main point of the deck. What if we don't have this card? Well, we have 3 Charming Prince in order to scry to hopefully get towards it. Charming Prince is also nice because, again, incidental life gain, quite nice. And then we can flicker one of our own creatures. We're playing a deck that has a few decent ETBs. Let's just say we're playing a deck with a few pretty decent ETBs. So, Charming Prince, very helpful. Ingenious Smith is one that I figured I should try, and it's been helpful so far. Essentially, you just look at the top 4 cards of your library, you reveal an artifact card from among them. The only artifacts we have are this and this. Even if she doesn't get anything, right? We can still sack her. It's not the worst thing that could happen. And then we have 2 Prosperous Innkeepers. I figure, like, if I don't end up getting acceleration, we also are only running 23 lands. There can be situations where I just need the treasure token. And again, incidental life gain. You'll notice we have a lot of incidental life gain in this deck. A lot of green devotion running around, a lot of mono blue tempo. So I figure I want a little bit more incidental life gain against decks where I need time instead of against control. Now, 3 is where we get to the good stuff, the creme de la creme. We have 3 Extraction Specialists and 3 Silversmote Ghouls. Extraction Specialist is great because we sack a 2-drop for it. It comes back, we get the 2-drop back. And it just is a 3/2 with lifelink. Now, again, incidental lifelink, or incidental life gain, whatever. But since all of our 2-drops have ETB effects, we're essentially double dipping on those 2-drops. Right? It's fantastic. The other card that we can get, because remember, we don't get to choose. We're seeking the card. It's random. Right? The other one's Silversmote Ghoul. Best card in the freaking... Well, okay, besides Siege Rhino. Come on. We gotta be nice here. Best creature card in the deck. We can sack it to draw a card. It comes back if we gain 3 or more life this turn. Again, so much incidental life gain in this deck makes this happen fairly regularly. But the best part about having Silversmote Ghoul is when you sack it and you go into Siege Rhino. Because when you go into Siege Rhino, you just get the Ghoul back. Thank you, mine. It's fantastic. You essentially sacrifice nothing. You get Rhino. It's a 6-point total life swing. You have your 3-drop. You can still sacrifice. It's just beautiful. Now, what if we don't get Siege Rhino? I mean, Siege Rhino is so good. 4 mana, 4/5 with trample and lightning helix. Essentially, technically, it's Sorin's Thirst. I don't remember the 2-drop drain life card. I don't remember. But what if we don't get that? Right? What if we get our other 4-drop? Well, that's a Gixian Puppeteer. I love this deck. There's so many just chains upon chains upon chains. Speaking of chains, there's chains in this art. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 2 and you gain 2. Now, notably, Silversmote Ghoul can sacrifice itself to draw a card, triggering Gixian Puppeteer. Now, let's say we've gotten a single trigger on our Prosperous Innkeeper this turn, which is not terribly hard, right? Bada bing, bada boom, Silversmote Ghoul can come back. Because we've drained our opponent for 2, we were able to get that 1 incidental life gain. Cool, awesome, swag. But the best part about Gixian Puppeteer is when it dies, you can return another target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your grave to the battlefield. So essentially what you do, right, the creme de la creme is You have a 2-drop. You go into a 3-drop, like Extraction Specialist, to get the 2-drop back. Then you sack the Extraction Specialist to go get a 4-drop. And then when you sack your 4-drop, you can get the 3-drop back and sack it again. Oh, it's beautiful. You'll love to see it. And then for our 5-drops, we got 2 Thragtusk, 2 Workshop Warchief. Now, both of these are 5/3 Rhino Warriors for 5. They're slightly different. Okay? If we need to blitz to have the haste trample, we can do that. Whatever. They both give us a certain amount of life. Notably, enough life to get back any of the ghouls that are in our graveyard. We got 5 life from Thraggy and 3 life from Warchief. Warchief has trample, Thraggy doesn't, but Thraggy has a better leave the battlefield ability because it only has to leave the battlefield to make a beast. Warchief has to die, but you do get a bigger beast. It's a Rhino Warrior, but you know, it's a bigger token. Now, I could have tried to chain way further than this, and I decided, nah. The focus of this deck really is gain a ton of life through just stupid things, and kill your opponent through just an insane amount of value, right? I was like, you know, I want a 6-drop. I want at least one 6-drop. So it was between this and Noxious Gearhulk. I decided to put Noxious Gearhulk on the sideboard because, you know, I like the card still. And they're both artifacts. They both work with Ingenious Smith. Look, so much crafting went into this deck, and I love it. Wurmcoil Engine, you know, it's just good. It's 6-mana, 6/6, DeckTalk lifelink. When it dies, you get more stuff. I don't have any 7-drops in here. I don't have any 7-drops on the side. I don't think it's necessary. The mana base is meh. As you can see, green is like the primary color with black and white. White being 9 cards. I'm not counting Siege Rhino because it's all the colors. And then black having 6 cards. So essentially, we don't have a lot of white-black lands. We got mostly green-white lands, and we got a couple of green-black lands. We have one of each basic land, and then each of the channel lands that are in our colors, because they're helpful. And again, we shouldn't really have too much issues with like our mana colors. Now for the sideboard. Shut up, I know this is taking long. I'm really excited about this deck, alright? 3 Thoughtseize. Sometimes you gotta go against control. You gotta go against a combo deck, like Kethis or something. You need the Thoughtseize. Speaking of Kethis, you got 2 Callous Bloodmages and 1 Leyline of the Void. Leyline of the Void, pretty obvious, everyone knows what this is. If it's in your opening hand, it's free. If a card will be put into your opponent's graveyard from anywhere, yeet it into space. What's nice, of course, about this deck is I can actually cast this, right? If I don't have it in my opening hand, I can still play it. Callous Bloodmage is a card that we can pod into via our 2-drops. We have extra options, so if we're in a situation where our opponent doesn't actually have anything in the graveyard that we care about, we can instead draw a card and lose a life, or, if we really need to, make a green pest creature token with when it dies you gain 1 life. Fun fact, you can pod tokens into 1-drops. So let's say, let's see, how could we do this? We have Prosperous Innkeeper out, we sack the pest, gaining a life. Curses. Doesn't work perfectly. I guess, okay, we have Prosperous Innkeeper out. We play Callous Bloodmage, which will gain us 1 life. The pest will gain us 2 life, right? Then we sack the pest to gain us a 3rd life. We get a 1-drop, and our Silversmote Ghouls come back. Bada bing, bada bam. It's just so connected. It's beautiful. We got 1 Noxious Gearhulk against, mostly, I think, the mono green decks. Again, I don't know entirely because I have a lot of incidental life gain with all my fucking cool rhinos. We got 1 Destiny Spinner against mono blue. I don't know how much of an issue that deck is going to give me. I know that it often gives me a lot of issues as a mid-range player, but I don't know. Also, you'll notice I have no removal main deck. So we have 2 Mythos of Nethroi in the sides. This just gets rid of anything we needed to get rid of. We also have 3 Night of Autumns and 2 Raven Chupacabras. The Chupacabras are something that we can bring in if we don't need to do cute things, we just need to kill our opponent's stuff. And then Night of Autumn usually it's going to come in if we need even more life gain somehow. Or we have to destroy artifacts or enchantments my opponent's control. The sideboard, obviously, as usual, is something that I'm not super sure about because, you know, you got to play a lot and you got to know the thingamajig. Ranked, best of 3, historic, Abzan pod. Let's do this. So obviously that'll come with time, but I think we have a really nice base here. A really nice base. The Silversmote Ghoul and Siege Rhino, just delicious. Numbers could be tweaked. You know, potentially we should be running 4 and 2s instead of 3 and 3s, which would be a little bit more consistent. You'll notice our 5-drops are redundant. They functionally do the same thing. We will play first. We have a spawning pod in hand, but we do not have a 1-drop or a 2-drop. We are running 8 1-drops and... was it 10 2-drops? 3, 3, and 2? Yeah. And 10 2-drops. So I think we do keep this. We don't have any black source, but generally that shouldn't be a problem. We're going to play Sunpetal Grove first here, I think. Our opponent deciding on mulligan. I do love that they're playing Kiora with the tentacle sleeves, keeping it on theme there. Let's see if they're playing a blue deck. They are. They're playing blue-green Merfolk. Okay. What are they exile? Reclaim territory? Cool. Okay, my opponent has a Trop Island. We're going to play this Plains and pass. We do have access to Boseiju if we really need it, but likely what we're going to do is... so they'll hit me for 2, that's fine. If they tap down, we're going to play Pod, because we want... that's great. So they don't tap down. Merfolk does have the Flash Merfolk. If I go for Pod here... gets countered. I guess we play the Specialist here. Because we care less if this gets countered. Because, like, we can cast and use Spawning Pod in the same turn. We do need creatures down for it, but, you know. We'll approach that when we come to it. Now, my opponent is deep in the tank. Okay, they didn't counter Extraction Specialist. I assume we're going to see a Flash Merfolk, though, right? The one next to the boat. Oh, Trickster, okay. Now, I would love to get my 4th land. Ow. Painful. I didn't get my 4th land. That is an issue. Luckily, we can theoretically block. I'm stupid. I should have attacked. Yeah, they just cast a Merfolk spell and they tap my Extraction Specialist. I've not played against Merfolk in quite a while. We're down on board. You also a lord? Jeez. Alright. We died fast. We needed a land. Okay, what's coming in? Oh, it's still like this? That's weird. I'm liking Choop. I like bringing in Choop here. I don't think this is one that makes me care about artifacts. Although, gaining the life is probably going to be impactful. I think we take out the Silversmote Ghoul. 1 for the Night of Autumn. I could see... if we're getting rid of the Ghoul... I still think Siege Rhino is probably the best of the cards. And I am essentially trading just 1 for 1 based on CMC. Now, there is a discussion on Thoughtseize. Just because Thoughtseize allows... I also want Destiny Spinner, I realize. And I can get rid of a single... Let's see, what do I want to get rid of here? I actually want to get rid of Wurmcoil Engine as well. Okay. Is this fine? I think this is fine. Yeah, it's not likely that I'll not have a 2-drop. A play by turn 2 at least. And keep this. So here we Triome into Elf. Into potentially just Innkeeper Destiny Spinner. And we can do that even if we don't draw a land, right? We Triome into Elf, turn 2. Oh no, I guess we would Triome into Innkeeper into Elf. Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense. Opponent still deep in the tank. Did they see my pod? I think they did. Why are they so deep in the tank right now? Woodland Cemetery, Innkeeper. Okay, they're playing Takenuma Speaker. I did get the Godless Shrine, that's quite nice. But yeah, I think we're going to Innkeeper into Elf. Next turn will have 4 mana. So I could even chump block with Innkeeper if I wanted to. I guess +1/+1 as long as you have an island or another Merfolk. So if they flash into Lord, why does this thing have flash? Why does this Lord have flash? Like, jeez. So they would be a 3/3 if I decided to block. I think I will just block like this. They're forced to flash in a Merfolk. I'm just worried that it's it would be a Voldalian Hexcatcher, and I would rather not get super blown out. Because then it would be a 3/3. Oh, just a Trickster. I don't put it past them to have the Hexcatcher, though. So here we play Godless Shrine, untapped. We play Extraction Specialist, getting back our Innkeeper, getting a treasure into Gilded Goose. I could also go. I could also do Destiny Spinner now. I guess I wouldn't even use the thing for Gilded Goose. Yeah, I think I'll Destiny Spinner here. Maybe they just can't counter my creatures and enchantments. Notably, they can still counter my. They can still counter my. Where are you at? Spawning pod? With their. Where are you at? Voldalian Hexcatcher. Let's see, so I can play Ravenous Choop on the Merfolk here. No, I think I'd rather... Let's see. Yeah, I'm fine losing my Extraction Specialist here. So I think I attack with my Extraction Specialist. See what they want to do. It's fine for me. I think I'm gonna Smith here. Try and find a spawning. I think I'll just play Goose. Didn't find one. And see, we're just getting a little bit of incidental life gain. I want to save the Choop for a Lord. I mean, if I have to, I could even use Destiny Spinner as a Garbo creature. They didn't attack there. That surprises me. Going to murder your Mistbinder. Okay, it has been murdered. I don't care if my Ingenious Smith dies, but I don't want it to just get consumed. So I think, unfortunately, I do just pass here. They didn't flash anything in either. I don't know what kind of game they're playing. But yeah, unless they have, let's see, another Gilded Goose lame. I will Charming Prince for the scry. I guess I could just flicker my Chupacabra. Okay. So I could have scryed there to get, you know, a better card. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. We might need to go up to 24 lands. A lot of the, not testing, but theory crafting I did suggested that I only needed 23. But c'est possible que j'ai besoin de 24 terre. I think land is just terre in this. Oh, you love to see it. Well, You'd love to see it with an untapped land, but no, not audio. No, not gameplay. English, Francais. Terrain. I'll play a Triome Indatha. Sure. Do this. I'll play a bird, and I'll play a elf. Next turn I will have 4 mana, so I will be able to pay once. I'll put this back to... not French. Bitch! They swiped me. They missed a land drop, though. Okay. So, obviously, can't target non-creature spell unless controller pays 1. I cannot cast my spawning pot here. I mean, I could. They would sack their lord, which actually wouldn't be terrible. But I think I'm just going to Ingenious Smith here. Could find me another pod. If it does, it found me another pod, so I don't even care if it gets countered. I can chump block with my Ingenious Smith if I really think I have to. We're on 14. I mean, next turn we could also just Siege Rhino. Mess up the Pearl Trident. Alright. Taking 6. Let's see. If I take 6, then I can cast Siege Rhino to go back up to 11. Let's see, if I get a land, are things cooler? Not technically. I could also... no, I couldn't. I don't think I block here. What? I mean, they can activate Mutavault, which is just what I assume is taking priority for them. So the new blood might not know that you can make a gross alien come out of that that little garbage there. Longer than I remember it being. Opponent deep in the tank for some reason. There we go. Okay. We didn't draw land. 1, 2, 1, 2. Spawning pod into a 3-drop here is not great. We could get Extraction Specialist. Or Knight of Autumn. So I can activate Mutavault next turn. I play this. No, I think I have to Knight of Autumn just gain 4. Not entirely sure. Yeah, we need a 24th land. Voltaic Hexcatcher. 2 mana flash. Not only a Merfolk Lord, but also a Curse Catcher. Which by itself was a strong Merfolk. What the hell are you doing instant speed for free? Okay. I'm gaining 4. No text. Another Lord. Not great. No shot you attack with a Hexcatcher, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. You... what? I take 9, go to 3. So if I double block this, right? I take 9. I go to 3. They have 3, 4. I'd go to 3, 6. If I get a land, I could play Rhino without losing my Goose. Yeah, I think I have to try and play to win, not to not lose. We gotta kill the Hexcatcher here. I think a land would be the best. I guess, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that wouldn't be enough. Yeah, if I had been drawing lands, I could play like being able to play Charming Prince, gain 3, sack Charming Prince to get either a Knight of Autumn to gain 4, or an Extraction Specialist to get back my Charming Prince to gain that another 3. My opponent knows that they have Mutable. I mean, they have 1 card in hand. It's just their board presence is gross. Okay, I'm at 3. I have 1 blocker. I have 4 attackers. I did get a land. Okay. So I have a land. So I can play that, go to 6. I still die. If I do this, I gain 5. But I lose a blocker, which is more important. So I'm just gonna see if they know about Mutable. Do you know that Mutavault exists? I mean, they can do so many things. They can tap down my Rhino. I cannot believe this. Alright, I'll add another land. Needs to be untapped. Should I be playing with the check lands? See, I thought the answer to that question was yes, I should be playing with the check lands. But now I'm not so sure. If I have to get rid of something, what am I getting rid of? Nothing. I'm just adding a forest. Rocking that 61-6 special. But Justin, it's still not 40%. You listen to me. Shut up. Who wants to replay the color challenges? I wonder if these are all like while loading, put, and then it's just like all of the tips. Last X, after X, put any from that list except the ones that were already like played or something. Because it'd be interesting if the tip lists were format oriented. Yeah, we keep this. Turn 1, Llanowar Elf to shock ourselves. Llanowar and shock ourselves, not to shock ourselves, but we'll have to. Turn 2, I'd probably just play Ghoul. And then turn 3, I think I just work with Ghoul no matter what they have. I don't have to show them that I have white. Now, I could have been lame and played just the other elf, but where's the fun in that? Blue, eh? With Domri and Lorehold? That ain't it, Chief. What is that? What the? You may cast an instant sorcery spell with mana value from your hand without paying its cost. Oh, they're a mill deck. Please tell me I got some Silversmote Ghouls. I didn't. This is a fucking outrage. I cannot believe this. That's fine. I'm gonna smoke it out of him. There's 3 instant damage. We're gonna hit him down to 11. Mill 4. Oof. 2 of my spawning pods already gone. You don't love to see it. 29 cards left. It looks like they're playing mono blue, so I'm just playing everything. I'm attacking with everybody. Like, they're dead next turn. Unless they can mill 29 of my cards. Okay, they can't kick it, so that's just 8. Excuse me, what? Oh, you may cast... Oh, yeah, I didn't realize it's not... You can cast it without the cost. Okay. I still have 21. You only got rid of 8. Don't think you can get rid of 20 with just 2 mana. Also, both of my ghouls are still in my fucking library. Out of all of that, none of my ghouls went in there. Okay. So here we want Thoughtseizes. We might want Blood Mages, I'm not sure. We do want Knight of Autumns. Don't need Wurmcoil Engine. We might not need the Tusky boys, like the higher end cards. We might just want to play all of our kind of low to the ground stuff and murder them. So if we do that, we take out Destiny Spinner. We take out these two. We'll still need to get rid of 2 more cards. Would I want any of these? Exiling their graveyard is like an idea. Knight of Autumn is a 3-mana 4/4 or 4/3. It can also destroy the enchantment that they had if I need it, but let's see. Ingenious Smith, Innkeeper. I mean, I guess technically I can get rid of an Innkeeper. Gotta get rid of 2 cards here. Actually, no, I don't. I don't have to get rid of 2 cards here. It messes with the land math, the mana math, but I can also just have 2 extra cards. Would I have the Blood Mages as well to make it 65 with 24 lands? They would essentially just draw me a card. I don't think I will, but I will keep the 63 though. We're going nuts. We're going absolutely bonkers. Yeah, keep this. I keep this because we have Innkeeper. And Charming Princess will fall back. Oh crap, rude. Yeah, we got our land. Never didn't have it. Let's see. Next turn. Not sure. Oh, we got rid of our Destiny. Who are you? Also, why? When the? Okay, yeah, we're playing Innkeeper. We can do this, then Llanowar Elves. Treasure is ephemeral. Elves is forever. It showed me spells last game. Not have to deal with these creatures? Are you kidding me? 4 mana next turn. Probably just Knight of Autumn. I can get Silversmote Ghoul back if I gain life. I can gain life with Charming Prince. Yeah, probably do that. They have counterspell up. My life doesn't matter. I'm Thoughtseizing you. Sure. I didn't have 5 mana. What the fuck was I talking about? Do I want to get Silversmote Ghoul? No, I need an attacker. I have 44 cards left. If I had 2 ghouls in the graveyard, math would be different. I would have gotten it. I have 4 cards left. That's annoying. You... Instead of my ghoul. What crack are you smoking? Okay, I have another ghoul. This Charming Prince is about to gain me 3 life. Oh, JK, it doesn't even have to. Because this will gain me 1. Then my Charming Prince will gain me 2. And I can scry, baby. I'm dumb. Yeah, I should have attacked first. Yeah, that was stupid. I needed to attack first. And then I could have flickered my Knight of Autumn. I think I'm still going to, because I'm going to get 2 Silversmote Ghouls back. Yeah. So, very slight misplay on my part. Imagine if I was going against an aggressive deck. That needs 5 other cards? Alright, I don't have to worry about all that much. I cannot believe my opponent went for a Thoughtseize and my Silversmote will like read my cards. Next turn I can play Gixian Puppeteer. Sure, you're drawing 4. They play a land. Oh, okay. 2 of my Siege Rhinos are gone. That's, you know, totally fine. Oh, they are playing black. Okay, sure. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. First things first. Smork, 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 smork. Take 5. 33 cards. I think I'm going to play Smith here. Where am I getting 5 mana from? Oh, this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So if I get pod, how many pods? I have 3 of my 4 pods left. In the top 33. Well, those were all lands. I would have preferred those go, but you know, it's whatever. How much life did I gain this turn? Shit. I think I only gained 2. Yeah, okay. So if they want, they can exile my Silversmote. Okay, 2 lands. I'm glad with that. Still have 30 cards. Wait, is that 13 now? I did win game 1, so we have a little bit. Okay, second pod gone. Oh, maybe we shouldn't be podding anyway. Sure. Okay, 25 lands left. 25 cards left, my bad. One of my ghouls still in my library. Let's see if they use their... Oh, they play another Manic Scribe. Can I get the other Silversmote Ghoul, please? Yes. Oh, hey look, it's a pod. Oh, they probably have a counterspell though. 3. I might as well attack with Llanowar Elves, right? I only have the Siege Rhino left, right? Yeah, I only have the Siege Rhino left, so... Theoretically, all of my ghouls will come back if my spawning pod resolves. Swag. Board just got bigger. And I drained them for 3. So they're down to 7. My board just got, what, 10 power larger? Look at all this life. Do you have a board wipe? I have 15 cards. I am probably just going to lose here. I'm going to fail to find. Choosing not to grab that card. 12 cards. They can't kick the... Oh, yay. That is unfortunate. That's fine. We got game 3. No, they have these little fucking dorks. So I think we get rid of Puppet for Choop. Whoops. For Choop. We're going first. Let's try it. Let's try it. Yeah, the meta base needs to change. I have too many lands that come in fucking tapped. Play Indatha Triome on 1. I mean, the thing is, like, if they have crap, that's real bad for me. But yeah, we Triome on 1, Thoughtseize on 2 with the Triome. Charming Prince functionally does not scry against Mill. So I would likely pay 2 life and play a Ghoul. Okay, they started with Fable Patches and they decided to crack it immediately. That surprises me. Especially if they have crab in hand. They don't have crab in hand. I think we just get rid of Drawn in the Lock. I need them to not interact with my board. So get rid of the Drown in the Lock so they can't counter or kill any of our stuff. They can Madness, whatever. There is a Silversmote Ghoul in here. So what I could do... Yeah, I think I might Knight of Autumn gain 4 just to have the power on board. And then if I need to reuse Knight of Autumn, I have Charming Prince in hand. I think that's correct. Let's gain 4. Let's get this Ghoul back. Got 5 power instead of 3. Next time we just run our Ghouls, man. They could Tosh us here. Nope, they're just gonna Cacophony again, I assume. No, they play Manic Scribe. That's fine. Ooh, Spawning Pod. We sack the Knight of Autumn here. Okay, we have 3 Rhinos, 1 Choop. Yeah, I think every time we sack the Knight of Autumn. Do we have Knight of Autumn still in the deck? Yeah, we still got 2. I guess it's always right to do that after combat. Well, no, the issue is, like, if we get Chupacabra, we waste our Chupacabra. I don't know. How many cards was that? 15. Goddamn. We lost 2 spawning pots, but that's fine. We have 1 in play. I don't have any 5-drops. Let me just triple check. Go to sideboard. Both Thragtusks. Both. Yeah, okay. I do not have 5-drops. We never sack the thingamajig. We don't have Chupacabras anymore. So we only have a Siege Rhino. So essentially, I think we always sack Ghoul here and play Ghoul. Oh no, we can't. Well, we sack. Yeah, shut up. Easy Smork. We're on. That says 34, right? 24 cards. I'm already down to 24 cards. Excuse me, what? Fatal Push? Fatal Push my Rhino? 1, 2... Nah, that's fine. 1, 2, 3... Yeah, that's fine. Because I'm going to do this. I'm going to sack it. I'm going to get a Siege Rhino. Notably, my last 4-drop in the deck. And then boom, I get 6 power back to the field. And my opponent's at 7. Now, I do only have 23 cards left in the deck. But I also have 8 damage trample. And 2 3-power creatures. Plus a Charming Prince, which can make my Siege Rhino deal 3 more damage. Touch City's left turn. I still have 6 cards. Both Tasha's milled. Jesus. 32 cards. Right? Nothing else exiled. Yeah, nothing else exiled. Those 2 Tashas milled over half of my deck. But we still won. We still got there. Because of the interaction between Siege Rhino and Silversmote Ghoul. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see when you make an Abzan deck and it works at least once. And that, for what it's worth, that was against Mill, which I feel like is not a great matchup insofar as, like, we require cards in our deck. Excuse me. And we don't, like, the sheer amount of life that we gain just does not matter. Let's open a pack. Open 2 packs. So yeah, so that's a more general Rhino situation. It's possible that it is correct to just make it more consistent. And what I mean by more consistent, I'm just going to clone this here. This is the deck talk at the end of the video, and it is still good. We're still going to use the normal pod for the thing and whatnot. So, you know, you up your Siege Rhinos to 4, you drop your Puppeteer. You up your Silversmote Ghoul to 4, you drop your Extraction Specialist, right? This still essentially... So what if we actually drop Ingenious Smith to 2? And pump up the Innkeeper? Because that also gives us technically a little bit more. Because that's the thing, right? When you're making a pod deck, you want the deck to be just a good mid-range deck that happens to have stupid stuff if you can pod, right? That's how it was with Building Pod, and I feel like that's the way it is with Spawning Pod. I think the 5-drops are fine because they are functionally identical. One has Trample and makes a bigger token, but it's only when it dies. One gains more life, you know, so. Wurmcoil Engine didn't come up once. Honestly, I think the 6-drop, I think you can really use any 6-drop you want. That's good, you know. mana base does need to change. So let's go ahead and I'm just gonna delete this deck anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. Let's go to the new pod. New pod is just my storage of all the cards that I even considered. God damn, look at all them cards. Right? So I'm gonna be making more pod decks, just so you all know. I'm probably not gonna make one for next week because, you know, I only make 2 videos a week. But I will probably play some on my stream. Speaking of my stream, you should head over to twitch.tv/6streaming. Notably, Prototype does not work the way you want it to. Which is very sad. I deadass am going to remove all the Prototype cards right now. I had to test it, and I was... I'm so smart. But yes, they don't work the fun way. You can't prototype out a Flesh Gorger and go get an 8-drop, for example. Par exemple. You could have a 7. There are only 5 7s that I consider decent. Elish Norn, you'd have to make the deck slightly differently. Actually, let's look at these 7-drops, right? So you can make a deck, because they actually showcase some stuff. You could make a deck that has creatures that ETB and make tokens, right? We see some of that with like Gixian Recycler, Sigard and Eiganjo. Those are technically not exactly the same. Blade Splicer, one of my favorites, frankly. Blade Splicer. I swear there were others. Shut up, it's fine. I don't. Oh, it's sort of Seething Skitter Priest. It's kind of that same vibe. So you could do stuff like that, and as you get to your higher end creatures, those are like the true payoffs. But the creatures that got you there, I mean, Thragtusk additionally like would be in that deck, right? Like you would still be able to use that. Shield Dread, you could make it a little bit more reanimatory. I have things like Blood for Bones in here. Obviously, we have the Silversmote Draggy loop, but you can do slightly different things with that. Basilica, yeah, Basilica works also with the Ghoul. So there are things like that. With Shield Tread just helps you because you're getting stuff back. Titan of Industry, just dumb big ETBs. Just ETB, you just get to do stuff. We had some kind of cool. No, our ETBs were relatively tame actually. They were functional ETBs, right? Whereas Titan of Industry style deck, you want like bombastic ETBs. Let's see. Can I see a 4-drop that does something like that? Fine-Broker, sort of. Gante stealing a card, stuff like that. What's Puppet Razor? Oh, that's just a weird card. Meteor Golem just blows things up. You could have a version where like you're playing just main deck, everything that you play just blows up something of theirs. So you play like Chupacabra, you play obviously Night of Autumn. There are 2-drops. Skyclave Apparition, sort of. I thought there was a 2-drop that just yote something though. Or 3-drop, sorry. Yeah, I can't see it. Yeah, you just blow things up. And then Platinum Angel is more on the side of just like, I'm going to play a bunch of silver bullets. So I have things like, it's actually in here. No, it's not. Where is she? Oh, Linvala. Right, you could just play like weird Linvala loops. Or not loops, just trying to get silver bullets. The issue with silver bullets doesn't work that great in this pod because you're not actually choosing the card. But as for the lands, which is technically why I came here, I cut out the Pain lands and the Flippy lands. We don't actually have full Pain lands, do we? I don't think we do. Still get scroll. All right. Do we have? So we have the white-black one. I know that. If we have the blue-black one, that means we have all of them. We do. Why didn't I see the green, black or green white ones? Yeah, it's right here. I think the correct land to play in the deck over Cemetery is going to be Llanowar Wastes. And the reason, as you saw, is we gain so much life, just incidentally. Save and exit, because I took out the prototype cards. But yeah, like, we gain so much life incidentally. I guess I could have saved that, whatever. That I think we just go with Pain Lands over the Woodland Cemeteries, the Sunpetal Grove, and the Isolated Chapels. I still do like having the Indatha, because it gives me everything. But I don't know if we need it. Is the thing. Like, we're pretty much always fine with getting land. Because there's more shenanigans we could potentially do. Yeah, I don't know. I'm super excited. As soon as I saw this, I was fucking hype. Because, you know, I obviously tried to play Siege Rhino previously, and it just didn't work as well. Just a straight Abzan mid-range deck. But once you throw Pot in there, oh, it is delicious. Anyway, I should probably wrap this fucking video up before it reaches an hour. This is that good stuff. This is that stuff that you love. This is that stuff that you really love. I stream Saturdays and Sundays. Join me. I didn't stream like last week, I think, just because I was like with family and stuff. Shut up. How about that? So this week I'm hanging out with family on Friday. So theoretically, it should be fun. Yeah. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons for the continued support. If you'd like to join them, support the show, find links in the description down below. Of course, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, I will be one.